Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with John Stallings from Hope House and the Freedom Houses and Hope Homes. Lots and lots of Hope Homes and lots of hope being spread to women really in need. There's a story you were telling me about one gal who really turned it around as well. Tell us about her, John.
It's been one that I first met Melinda back in 1978.
Wow.
She was living at a Christian school in Missouri, and we connected. And over time, our lives were interacting with her and her family. And but I didn't know this until I found out later that one of her brothers started giving her drugs when she was 12 years old, so that she wouldn't tell what they're doing. And she got hooked on it and, just made a mess of her life. We would try to get it together and mess up and then, and just continued to get worse and worse and worse. And we had tried several times about getting her into the Hope House and say, hey, you need to come. But she wasn't willing to leave Texas and fly up here. And but a long story short, back in June, she called and says, I'm coming to Hope House. I got to get my life turned around. God's told me this is where I need to go to get life together. And so she flew up, and there's a long story about all the struggles she had to do even to get that. In fact, just one of those crazy things, the Uber driver paid for her luggage so she could put it on the.
Really?
Yes, it was just all kinds of crazy things. But anyway, she arrived. And
this is just this past June.
This past June, and she got her life turned around and started getting it together. And then, living sober, she went out and got a job with a awesome company, Liberty Health Share, in Jackson Township. She had applied some other places. She had been doing medical things like that when she was in Texas, so it was a great fit. But what was so awesome about it was that we were we were giving her help and support, but then she'd go to work and she's surrounded by these, awesome Christian people. Not everybody that works there is Christ follower, but, she started interacting with their lives and she struggled, had some health issues and stuff, but she started putting life together, and she would make calls on the phone. She'd come home and tell us, or come to and share, all these people that she was able to help on the phone and help them to get their lives together. And so it became her mission, was to go to work every day to help people with Liberty Health Share. But sadly, in January, she slipped and had fallen and broke some ribs, and then she got pneumonia, and basically, she passed away at 52 years old.
So sad.
But she had made such an impact at Liberty Health Share and with the lives with the Hope House for Women and things like that, that Liberty Health Share is hosting a 5K run in her honor. And
it sounds like they intend to continue to do this.
Yes.
Life at Liberty, that this would be the inaugural Life at Liberty 5K.
That's correct.
In her honor.
Yes, and it's going to be a 5K run and a fun run that will take place this Saturday in Jackson Township at the park there.
The North Park?
North Park. And so it's exciting, but tomorrow is the day to get signed up with it.
How do we do that, John?
The simplest way to get that information is to Google Life at Liberty 5K and Fun Run. That takes place in Massillon, Ohio, and it will be this Saturday. And there's information with it. And what's so awesome about it is the proceeds that come from the initial run. It will be in Melinda's honor, and they're going to. Proceeds are going to go to help HopeHouseForWomen.com. And so we're just excited about what God is doing at Hope House, the number 4, women.com.
And that's where we go to. We can find out more about Hope House by going to Hope House 4, that's the numeral 4, women.com.
Yes.
And again, to be able to participate, just Google Life at Liberty 5K and Fun Run, and it'll take you right to the right landing page, and then click on register.
They can also go to Hope House for Women.
Great.
Hope House number 4 women.com, and there's a link on there that will take them also to the site.
Perfect. And then just click on register, and there you go.
Yes.
We want to see a lot of people out for this. What a wonderful thing. Hats off to Liberty Health Share for doing this, and also what a wonderful way to honor this woman who really did turn her life around. She's kind of like a walking testament to what you are all about. What do you need, John? There's quite a bit of things that I would think would be on your wish list for women who are trying to make that second chance and do some things to get themselves clean and get themselves sober and get themselves back united with their families. What kinds of physical needs do they need?
Number one physical thing is we just need the power of prayer, God praying, people and helping these women to break the addiction. There's also, we have no government funding, so there's money, in helping us to keep these houses going, and, insurance for all the homes, and electric bills and gas bills and insurance and all of those type of things. It's been a real eye-opening experience about what it takes to run 7 homes and keep them going. But God has been really at work with this. Also, Pastor Cindy could use women that could come along beside these ladies and maybe could help them with transportation, because they need to go to doctor's appointments, they need to go to work. They, just a variety of things. They have to go meet with their POs. And so women that have a heart for women that are living on the margins of society that would be interested in coming along beside that. And if they're interested, they can go to the Hope House for Women website and connect up, and we would love to.
Perfect. And because we know there's all kinds of volunteer opportunities for sure. And then if someone is wanting to make a donation, a financial donation, are there ways to do that on your website as well?
Yes, there is.
Just go to Hope House 4, and that's the numeral 4 women.com, and all kinds of ways there that you can help. John, for you said it's eye-opening. For you personally, it's also got to be very rewarding to see lives completely changed.
Yes, very much so.
Tell me about that.
I was just thinking about, the number of women and of how they're, getting it together and coming along beside them. And, when you see these women that are coming in discouraged, some of them have been through very abusive lives and very abusive backgrounds, and realize that people care. And I feel like that is such an important thing, that God has, told us the greatest commandment is to love the God with all our heart, with all our soul, and all our minds, and love our neighbors. And what better way of showing that is to reach out to people, and especially to women and their families that are living on the margins of society, and give them hope that life can get much better.
And you're probably breaking the cycle as well, so that a next generation doesn't see that as normal and continue living that way, but they see a new normal, and one that I'm sure they like much, much better.
Very much so.
Do you ever see some of your past occupants come back and work with some of the women that are coming through now?
Yes.
Tell me about some of those stories and those relationships.
They come along beside them, and, and just offering that message of hope that you could do it. I was there. I came through this, and you can make it, and because that what better thing is to say, to somebody that, I was thinking of another lady that was living out on the street and was prostitution and drugs, but she came through and got it together and doing really well, and she'll come along beside and just say, hey, I can, you can do it because I did it. I was worse off than you are. And, through Hope House, you just got to keep every day getting up and choosing today you're going to live a sober life. And
I go back to how difficult that must be, because we are creatures of habit, and this is actually completely breaking old habits, one bad old habit after another. And really, starting completely fresh, completely new, starting new good habits. And you're getting to see this happen with
Yes.
these people, that it's possible. It's not possible without God, is it, John?
No, not at all. And, he loves them. He cares about them. And, that is the message of hope, that they, you can have, you can live sober. You do not have to keep this cycle going, but, you can make it. And God has done some amazing things and continuing to make those amazing changes in people's lives.
I love thinking of how they must see themselves completely different then, when they see themselves actually through God's eyes.
Yes.
That He loves them, that He's got a plan for their life, that it's purpose. There's purpose to their life. They're not just existing and trying to do whatever it takes to exist.
Right.
You're seeing those kinds of testimonies?
Yes, we are. And, Pastor Cindy, really gets to see a lot more of it than I do. I'm more on the outside of it, just trying to help and be behind the scenes, supporting it. But I see the lives and women when their families, their kids come and visit, and there's just they see a different mom, and they believe, hey, we're going to be a family again. And that's one of the examples of one of our, ladies that, that I was sharing a few minutes ago. She's got her family together, and they're involved. They're involved in church. They're involved in school. And, it's a wholesome atmosphere for her and her children. And that's just very much exciting.
It's never too late, is it?
No.
You can always make that change, and you guys are there helping people do it. Well, let's support this Life at Liberty Fun Run and 5K taking place on Saturday, April 6th, a couple days here. Google this, and that is the easiest way. Google Life at Liberty first, 5K and Fun Run, and then click on that register button there. Or you can also go to hopehouseforwomen.com. That's hopehouse4women.com. John Stallings and Hope House for Women of Stark County, thank you so much for what you're doing in our community.
Thank you for having me. It's been a great time.